create an NPC generator that generates a society that an NPC is a part of, rather than just generating an individual.
Okay. Interesting.
And all of the different anthropological things that come out of this.
Yeah. All right, so we're back. Okay.
Hello.
So you got a few problems here, Matthew.
That's right.
That bus does not deserve to be on the floor.
Okay, that's fine. Neither does this jumping rope.
Mm-hmm.
Or no electronics in the bed. Tamagotchi. No.
Now, where... I'm thinking that maybe...
In the drawer. Hidden.
Yes, you don't want that...
Journal just out for anybody. Even though it has a lock on it.
Well, as you know, those locks are very strong.
Soccer, the soccer ball here. Hey!
There you go.
Okay, good.
So wait a minute, before we move on, can I ask you, was there any rhyme or reason for where you put things, or was this sort of utilitarian?
Well, I wanted to build scenes.
Okay.
Centered around how a child might understand it. I mean, you've got the back of the stereo, because I think sitting here, they're probably going to turn in their chair and want to interact with this rather than walking around. Here we have a little summit of superheroes.
You're going to play the...
That's right.
What is that called?
Like Bop It or something.
Yeah, it's not Bop It, but it's similar to that, yeah.
So this is sort of like superheroes around their conference table. Maybe this guy's a baddie.
I see.
It started off as a confrontation between these two guys, and then this guy showed up, and then this guy showed up. So it's a meeting, and then I did the table.
Yeah, they're having a parlay there.
That's right.
I see.
This, I wonder why I didn't bring the ponies in to be part of that scene.
You kind of ran out of room, so...
That's true. The teddy bears here are, they're obviously all staring at the child in bed because the teddy bears give attention.
Yeah.
This one's in front because I think it was given to them more recently.
Okay.
It's maybe more valued, and so it's like takes front and center. And this is the one that she hugs.
Okay.
So that's why that one's there.
Okay.
And then the desk stuff, the frame on the desk, because there's no windows, so you need nice stuff to look at. And then, apart from that, that's just pretty much the sort of thing.
Where you put things, yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's move on.
Okay. May 1997. Okay. And of course, it made me think about my own childhood bedrooms.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. What's this? A CRT monitor?
Yes. I remember hauling those around quite a... I would say this is an enormous dorm room. It has a bathroom and a kitchen.
Oh, you have other rooms to go to.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So I can place stuff in here.
You're going to have to place stuff in there. And some of it has been put in boxes that...
typical.
Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, that's right. Certainly moving to the United States, I shipped some things in boxes, and it was a real moment. Where are these cassettes? DVDs?
DVDs, I guess. It seems... I suppose 97...
Let's make
her... 2004?
Can I make her left-handed?
Sure.
Okay, more art stuff, I guess. That's the mouse mat. That's what that is. Yeah.
This is an old school mouse. You gotta put that under there.
The wheel. Oh, and then it sort of clicks and stuff. Cool. Wow, I think I'm having fun, Nathan. Trying to think of the last time that I just playing games. Satchel. Put that there for now.
Yeah, I think we may have to move that.
Do some people empty all the objects out?
You know, as I went on, I realized that that's probably the best option because otherwise you just don't have the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the boxes are taking up too much room. You know, whatever. So, yeah, eventually I started doing that. But initially I was like, I got to put everything where it needs to go right away.
Mm-hmm. Right. But as you went on, you felt it was better to take all the objects out. And
Mm-hmm.
Is this the only one of the superhero committee the superhero budget committee that made it to all this time?
I don't think so. I think there's some more. I just noticed that soccer ball has gotten a little dirty.
Oh yeah, wear and tear, you know. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about my undergraduate dormitory.
Oh, there's somebody commenting. Hey, me and my students are watching before class starts, so I guess me and David are in a similar way. Yeah. Hello, strongest coffee.
I think that's Ren again. Yeah, it reminds me of 2012,
right.
Aberdeen University, Northeast Scotland. Unpacking my boxes. I had to take all of my belongings with me because my parents were not going to be like those parents who, you know, in like TV you see characters come home and their childhood bedroom hasn't changed since they moved out and stuff. Uh-huh. Not the case in my house.
Actually, do you mind switching chairs so I can read the chat? Otherwise...
Yeah, of course. No bother.
Alright. Scooching a little bit.
So I guess this game is about reflection as well.
Yeah,
Oh look, that's a bit meta, isn't it? It's my photo book.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even realize that.
I can't stack any higher. Weak. That's weak sauce.
It would just fall over. Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Toothbrush. Yeah. We're just going to put that there for now. Toothpaste. Oh, this is all bathroom. Nope. Oh, art stuff. Cool.
So, have we found any new information out about her that we didn't know before?
Well, she likes to draw. She likes sweet Paris. She seems to have a thing for this band Murmur.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is CDs. What else? Doc Martens.
God, that tower brings back memories, yeah. That is a big, clunky tower.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Braz.
Uh-huh. Well, she does have boobs.
My wife doesn't. Never mind. You know, you know. What's this now?
That's Donnie Darko, I believe.
Yeah.
Very 2004.
Is that the year?
No, it must have been a little earlier because I remember watching it when I was in undergrad and I had graduated by then. But it was very popular at that point.
Oh sure, it was a good movie.
I also noticed she has a Ghost World DVD. This is a queer room. Very interesting you said that. Strongest coffee. Very interesting. Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to finish the game, but I will comment on that later.
All right. This is a journey of self-discovery.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I don't know. I mean, well, I guess I have to spoil it. She ends up with a woman as a life partner, but she does clearly move in with
a guy at some point.
A guy who's a real asshole.
Oh.
Which is an interesting story beat that you can really tell that just by the items
Oh, sure.
That he has. But yeah, I mean that kind of comes as a little bit of a surprise, just because of, and it kind of has the air of some self-discovery, but it's you don't want to presume that necessarily, that just because somebody.
There's another box in here. No, of course. There's a ethnography by Daniel Miller called "The Comfort of Things," which is an attempt to tell the story of people's lives through how they tell stories about their belongings.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see what items this person keeps throughout her whole life, and the wear and tear they have, and try to imagine some significance for it. Oh, that's a good place for that.
Yeah, and there were a couple of, I guess.
Those are DVDs.
And what are these?
I believe those are
erasers,
either erasers or some sort of like charcoal or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. And the keyboard, I presume, is probably in the box in the bathroom.
Is there only one Doc Martin? No, I think the other one is packed in a different box. As you.
It's a little mug to put the. Ew!
I think you can. You may be able to put the toothpaste in there. I know it doesn't open up. It's just a mirror.
Damn. A little bit of perfume, a little squish. Brush. Oh yeah, this is relatable. This just reminds me of the Sims as well. Of course, there's a different mechanic where you choose the items to decorate the house with, rather than find this sort of found object kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and that's a very enjoyable part of the game to me, because again, you're kind of making these decisions on there is a hook on the door.
Oh, I see. Cool. That's where the number of times I've been a guest at somebody's house and they've had a towel hanging here, and it's like, do I use this to dry my hands, or is this clearly a body towel? A little delicate bin. Oh, now we're getting into kitchen stuff. Cool. Oh, 3 more boxes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is, there we go. Cups. I mean, there's no rush. I mean, this is the Marie Kondo part, the wellness aspect of...
It would be interesting if you could... It doesn't allow, and I think there's a reason for that. It would be an interesting gameplay mechanic if you could throw things away. And that, of course, would... Yeah, you can't stack... the dishes stacking mechanism leaves something to be desired.
In that you can't have everything in one pile.
Yeah.
Here's the keyboard. Plate. Bowl. I'm just gonna stack all of this stuff into. Oh no, it doesn't fit.
That's where it's gonna end up.
There we go. Permanently there. Cool. And what are those?
That's a can opener.
Can opener, yes.
There is a little guessing here about what exactly you have. There's the other Doc Martin.
There we go. Oh. Yeah, let's just hide those. Put those in there too. Back to the kitchen. What's this?
I believe that's a bottle opener.
Is that not a veg peeler?
I had taken it as a bottle opener, but it might be a peeler.
Anything's a bottle opener.
Yeah, see, you can't stack that. I don't get. I hope the rest of the stream goes well too. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, have a nice class. Kitchen towel. Cutlery. More cutlery. Oh, I'm going to have to move one of these utensils. I'll just leave that on the floor for now.
There is another drawer.
Oh, cool. So one for cutlery, one for you. Oh, yeah. This is...
That's where you put all the random tools in there, so... So that they slide around and then you have to dig around for them.
or that it won't close because of the shape of the utensil. The masher, or the what I call it, the claw spoon. Teaspoons, there you go. Washing up liquid, soap, bug spray. Oh, there's probably it's some sort of griddle.
It's a George Foreman grill.
Love a George Foreman. Gets rid of all of that fat, leaving all of the flavor. Oh, this is exactly the kind of the guy that's gonna...
He's gonna really screw everything up. I don't know. You don't have that. This is the Tetris of it.
Oh, there we go. And then if
There we go.
See, that's a no-no. You put it in like that, or maybe... Yeah, it's gonna jam. Okay, Oh!
Yeah, now it's upset with you. Oh, we can't open it. There's something in the way.
Unbelievable. Right. This is oil, is it?
Yeah.
And this should be out of sight, but within reach of children. There we go. And... Oh, put that up there.
That's not a bad place.
Pot on there.
I don't think you can.
Ugh.
I don't know.
It's like the game is my roommate. You know?
I think you may have to move those over just a little bit.
We'll use this stack. Okay, cool. Sometimes it is quite jarring to think that, the home is just all of these objects. You ever think, like, you go into, like, a kitchen or something, you just tear everything off the walls, throw everything on the ground, and just the absolute disarray because of all of
I wonder if you could put that up there if you
if I move one of these.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move these guys up here. Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Put all of this stuff up here.
That's not a bad idea. That's where I put a lot of my utensils. A lot of my kitchen equipment, because we don't have as much room. Unfortunately, my wife is rather short, so she doesn't like that.
Right, yes. Oh, yeah. I put things on top of the tower fridge, and my wife's quite short as well. And she'll be like, why are you hiding this from me? It's like, it's not. It's within plain view,
Ugly Mask 2028. Hello to you, too.
Hello. Right, we got the cutting board, the kettle. I don't agree with this.
You think that should be out?
Well, being from Britain, the kettle is the most used utensil. But I noticed that certainly Americans, it's maybe not. The kettle is like a once in a while tool, rather than an everyday tool.
Well, I leave the coffee machine out, of course.
Yeah.
I think you're just. What is your reluctance to put that on the bottom of the shelf?
The griddle, etc. Close that. Okay, this room is done. We've got issues in all rooms. Maybe I could put this...
I think you got some room on the shelf over there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Another pair of jeans. Football on the bed, on the pillow. No. Still got the. She still likes to have the teddy bears watching. Still, maybe this isn't when she cuddles, but oh, there you go. Now this guy, not under there. There.
Is this any fun? I've been thinking about getting it. Well, I think it's fun. Matthew, what do you think?
I think it's bringing up a lot of emotions.
Well, is that good or bad?
No, it's fun. It's you know, it's fun to just sort of sit quietly and do the things, the little tasks and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I played this over 2 nights. It's not very long. I think the biggest problem with it is if you don't have Game Pass, it's you're done.
Good.
Or did you want to talk about why you placed some things?
No, we sort of spoke through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This gives me very Flash game from the late 2000s vibe that kind of would play on PBSKids.go. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But I think this... Yes. I think what's interesting about that is that kind of speaks to how those games actually had some value that maybe you wouldn't expect from a game of that, you know, a free game or something like that.
Obviously, this game plays into our ideas of order and the ways in which we construct our environments to reflect a sense of order, serenity in the environment.
And I also think it kind of pushes, not against that, but I think it sort of shows how that desire is often stymied by our environment, by the people we live with, the situations that we find ourselves in. Like, this place is definitely a post-grad mess.
Yeah, totally. Also interesting for me as well as the sort of the, you could call it the rhetoric the game has about how things should be done. You know, in ordering an environment and putting things in places.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like how that. I was a little shocked the first time that I was told no, that doesn't go there. And I'm trying to think what there should be a hook on the bottom of the you gotta open it up.
Pop it in the normal place to put it. Nobody's gonna pee on that.
I was a little shocked by the fact that you had to put things in certain places, and I'm trying to think of like, okay, within a real life situation, what would that be? Like, would I look at what I unpacked and say, no, that doesn't go there, and, you know, feel the need to pick it up? I'm not quite sure. I think it's an interesting game mechanic. It's the only challenge within the game.
Right.
In that you have to... Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, there is just sort of implicit challenge that you have a whole bunch of these and you need to take them out and put them somewhere. But, you know, if you... It actually introduces some consequences for where you put it beyond... just, you know, putting them anywhere. I think there are some places where it also introduces some or gives you some narrative information.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any in the second room, but in the first room, if only for the fact that you don't want your diary out, you know.
Sure. Yeah. You got that's Italy again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the St. Paul's Basilica, I think.
I have to say, it's impressive the amount of detail they can give in these very low resolution objects.
Is that St. Paul, or is that St. Paul's Basilica in London? No, but you don't get basilicas in London, surely. So, chosen to fixate on this.
I think you're going to have to research this later.
Yeah.
I can look it up.
No, it's okay. I definitely still maybe just because it's an enduring interest. Well, no, it was the Eiffel Tower before, wasn't it?
Well, it certainly suggests that she is a world traveler.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. That's Venice.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like Venice.
It's funny how it's just like a couple of pixels, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these are gonna go in the.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I would put them.
Yeah. So are they from someone then?
I don't. That's a good question. As far as I think it's kind of up to you. I think maybe the postcards. The postcards could either be from some. They don't. I wouldn't read those as pictures that you took. They're a little too tattered. And maybe not glossy enough, but I don't know how you'd convey that. I like that the mat now has a lot of wear on it. That was always... that always happened. Can you each pick a number between 1 and 100 and then combine the number for me? Okay.
Okay, I got my number. What's yours?
Mine is 73.
Oh, mine is 36.
Okay.
It's 99, right? Oh no, it's 109. Is that okay?
Yes, 109.
Right. Socks. Let's see how the socks have changed.
Yeah. I must say...
I'm curious now.
Yeah, I don't know. I must say, as a parent, socks are the bane of my existence because all the kids, all of their socks are like unique pairs, and I can never pair them up together. And so I have definitely gone the route of buying the same socks all the time. So at least I know how to pair mine, but I don't even bother to try and pair them anymore. 109. That wasn't too hard then. Okay.
Oh. Cute, we got some bits.
Oh,
Thanks
we got
for the
some
bits.
Thank you very much.
So, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's there's a contrived aspect to how you take items out of the box. When you actually take things out of a box in real life, you can look in the box. Not only do you know what's in the boxes ahead of time, but you can choose what to take out of the box, and you can leave things. I can't put things back in the box.
No, yeah, you kind of have to unpack them exactly how they came, and just go with it. So I suppose there's some contrivance there. Oh, you got your big tower again.
Cool.
But at least you got a flat screen.
Yeah, that's the future. The future is now. Oh, we got our degree?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Cool. Socks. Some of the same pairs of socks, so congratulations.
Oh, it occurred to me that those aren't all socks. Some of them are panties.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're folded slightly differently.
Mm. No.
I guess that's the only place you can put it. Thankfully, she's gotten more hangers now.
Mm-hmm.
Frisbee.
So no more soccer balls around the frisbees. And what's this? Oh, it's like a rock climbing shoe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is some kind of...
That's some sporty thing. I would guess some sort of thermos holder or something.
Yeah. So I'm hoping there's drawers here. Ah, yes, good. This would be an interesting touchscreen game.
Yes, it would be. I wonder if that would change the experience of it a fair amount. And I'm not sure exactly how. I think it's on the Switch, but I'm not sure if it uses the touchscreen.
Right. Let's put the shoes in. Get the shoes off the bed. Bad luck. Oh, is the game gonna let me do this? Isn't this awful?
That's not even the same way.
No. No rhyme or reason to it. So now I'm interested in that grey area, right, between it being outlined red and it being, the perfect place.
Yeah. I'll buy it and check for you.
Are we checking?
I'm not sure.
Right, we got that there. I see we're shedding soft toys.
Yes.
I'm a bit surprised that Pig has
endured.
not the one I chose. Maybe something happened.
Well, yeah, I don't know what has caused the pig to endure, but
Oh, lots of clothes. Oh, and an apron from an old job?
I would think an apron from a current job.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm not going to keep an apron from an old job. Oh, she's this person is saying that it's
I
they'll
see.
check if it's a touchscreen. Yeah, I would be interested to know.
Thank you. Oh, there's a tampon bin. There's already one here. Just pop that in.
There you go.
What's this?
That is a map, so you don't have to...
Okay, cool. And I guess I can't go in the other people's room.
I don't know why.
Go, wait. Alright, okay, good. So, gotta go and empty out the other boxes, and then we'll be able to... And of course, what's interesting about this in terms of gameplay and game time is there's a sort of calculation you can make, right, for how many clicks the game takes to complete. Or like how long it takes to actually... Oh, okay, there we go. To unbox everything. It's not like maybe more free-form games where moving through an environment can be done in so many different ways that, there's sort of like a regularity to it. Oh. Somebody else's toys and stuff. Do I want to mix toys? Oh, we got lean pizza. So I think maybe she went on holiday to France before.
Yeah, that seemed... Yes.
And now she's gone on holiday to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you just rapido click like that. People have too much stuff, you know. Oh, this guy. It's nice to see the same things, though.
Yeah.
The same dumb things.
Oh, that must be... Is that like a box of...
Face paints? Or,
yeah, I don't know.
For her passion for mime art. Right. CDs.
There's Ghost World. What that is?
Rascal. That's Ghost World. Oh, yeah. You think that's her D&D party from before?
I believe so.
Cool. It's GameCube.
I did just see a...
yeah, I think I saw that too.
Yeah, that there was a...
People confused about what this is, spinning in the kitchen and stuff. You know, these youngins think they know everything.
Well, it is kind of an odd design, I must say.
Oh.
That's not yours. You can't move that.
Okay, so this game says something about private property then. I mean, I would just move my roommate's stuff, you know, and then explain to them that you clearly had it in a stupid place before, so I've moved it to a more optimal position. And that's the end of the conversation.
You must have some boxes that you haven't unpacked because it's not yelling at you.
Maybe I'm just that good.
I was a little surprised that you haven't utilized the hangers yet.
Oh, I'm sure I'll have to. Just like in real life.
You got the boxes in
the kitchen, yes. Oh, George Foreman's still with us?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, do you think over the course of the game certain objects gain sentimental value to you?
Yeah, in a way. I'm not sure if I could name which ones, but it was always a little... there was sort of a, like... Oh, I remember this thing, you know.
Yeah, totally. And, you know, so this game does a good job of replicating that feeling of taking a cherished item out of a box. You know?
Yeah, I think it does. You know, and just the little things like there's magnets that travel with you, and there's
fridge magnets.
Yeah, and mugs that travel with you, and some break and they don't come along with you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it does a pretty good job of simulating that. And there is that joy, right, in unpacking things and being like, you know, it's a pain in the ass to move, but there is a joy in reevaluating the objects that you have collected.
Right, yeah, totally.
No, you don't want to put that out.
No, you just want to... Oh. Is that the recycling, I take it?
Oh, yeah, I guess that is. I thought that was just sort of like a bin for cleaning stuff. I think you did a good job in here.
Mm-hmm. Remember to move here. Once again, it's just not in reach of children. I'll put that in here. This guy...
There's a hook in the shower.
In the shower?
No, on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, cool.
Okay. I wonder if shorter people would be more reluctant to put things at the top of the...
Oh, well, that's interesting, yeah.
Because, when I was playing it, I would only be like, okay, this is going to go on the top just because I don't think she's going to use it very often. That's all the hangers you got.
Some trouser hangers, I guess.
Yeah, this person needs more hangers. I think what you need to do for that is move some of those back, because there's a little room in the back.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I think what I needed to do was, kind of stack them like that, which really bothered me, by the way.
And then,
I think you can move back there. This person says they're 6'4", so they always put things higher. Yes, as we discussed it. I think, what are you going to do with that, man?
Yeah, the exercise stuff goes under the bed where it can never be used. And the boots you can't find.
It's just one. They're never going to use the Doc Martens again. No. Oh, this is a mess.
Okay, so London, Paris.
Yes, the double-decker bus.
Cool. Okay. I think we're well on our way.
I think you. If you stack the. Oh, okay. I see where you're.
Just sort of throwing it in. I wonder if they'll make their way to. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not mine. Oh, look, they got character sheets.
Yeah.
And a little roll tumbler. That's cool.
I think those are.
She's moved in with her D&D group.
Yes, and I believe the D&D manuals. She collects them throughout the years.
Oh, nice. Where are these?
I can't believe you separated the mother and her chicks.
It's about time. Okay, here we go. So she lives with one girl, or maybe not.
I believe so. If only because there was tampons where she had already been. In the bathroom, there was already tampons there.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that, actually.
There's no room for that up there.
Oh, well, we can... I can't move that, but can I stack it on top of somebody else's private property? Interesting. Private property, what nonsense.
That stupid walk is taking up a whole bunch of room.
I know.
Oh, you got some room for that.
Under coffee table, Donnie Darko.
No, you got... There you go.
Hey! Okay, so how old do you think they are now? 24, 25?
Yeah, I think so. She's definitely out of undergrad. Because she has what appears to be an art school certificate. So yeah, I think that's right. It is 5-2. Why don't you just start the next one?
Okay.
Because the next one's the douchebag.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. So it's the living room. And we've got... Oh, wait, what's that? Some kind of tarantula?
Mm-hmm. Some sort of bug.
I see. Oh, it's Xbox 360.
Uh-huh.
Let's have a look. Bedroom. Rolls his ties.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird. I'm honest. Okay. It's a wet room.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen. So what about this? What do you infer about the character based on...
It's very easy to infer that this person is you know, sort of a bougie jerk. I think, and I am aware that.
I see I can move his stuff though.
You can move some of his stuff, yeah.
So now that she's intimate with him.
Yes, yeah. But the first thing I thought of when I saw this was that when you moved stuff from him, I could hear him saying, "Babe, where'd you put the wine decanter?"
I need to let my...
Oh, it does utilize the touchscreen on the Switch. Cool.
Much better for my carpal tunnel. Not that I have carpal tunnel issues.
But it, there's the room, the apartment is fairly packed at this point. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that this person has already, and it just it suggests that they don't value this person's space.
What, by not making more space available to them, or?
Right, that's my impression.
Oh my god, gossip. This is drama.
Now, maybe I'm wrong. They certainly seem like somebody who has an office job, takes their fitness very seriously.
As in lunch at guitar.
That's kind of an interesting symbolic representation of a banjo versus an electric guitar.
Oh, we got socks in the living room. Okay.
Alright, we got 2 minutes left.
Well, final thoughts about Unpacking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like the pixel art.
Mm-hmm.
It does more with less, which I'm always a fan of because it's evocative. I like the way that it accurately moves through the eras and how are those eras represented, because I mean, certainly since the millennium you might not think that there's such stark shifts in decades than the decades preceding the millennium.
That's an interesting comment. In part because there's a remake of the Wonder Years that I don't even know what it's on, but and it takes place in the 60s or 70s, I should say, I believe. And I thought that was an odd decision, because if you're going to remake the Wonder Years, it seemed to me like it would be more interesting to remake them. The Wonder Years, when it came on, I think it was like, it came out in the late 80s, and I think it was like 20 years before, which was the late 60s, that it was set. And so you would think that you would want to take the opportunity to move back 20 years to the turn of the millennium.
Yeah.
But apparently the creator said that there didn't seem to be as much history between, or much change, as much change between the 60s and the late 80s as there was between the turn of the millennium and now. And I thought that was such a very strange comment, because there has been a lot of change just within technology. And not only that, but the way we see security within the world. And, I think, in my mind, growing up, when I did, it kind of struck me that my nostalgia is kind of wrapped up in baby boomer nostalgia, because so much media, engaged with baby boomer nostalgia that I engaged with. So it's like the media representation of that is also wrapped up in my childhood, which kind of, to me, explains why that's still reflected in media to this day more than the reality that we lived through for the turn of the millennium, which I think is kind of odd. But to your point, yeah, I think the way that it reflects those changes is very in the objects is very well done. You know, you have the changes in the video game systems, the changes in the computer that you have.
Yeah. The media, for example, Ghost Girls, Donnie Darko. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and as things move along, she keeps the DVDs, but
there you go.
But somebody else has Blu-rays, which is kind of an interesting reflection of, you know, how Blu-rays have not caught on as much as DVDs did. But yeah, I think it does a really interesting job with all of those.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that sort of perception that things haven't really changed since the millennium, you know, I'm tempted to say something about ideology and notions of progress. And the kind of the cultural place that the future and progress of moving towards the future has held in the past, maybe doesn't hold so much now. The idea of society, culture completely remaking itself because it is in a new time doesn't really seem to match now. I think it's because, I mean, look, for example, this guy's got the record player, right? You know, people aren't necessarily moving through a perception of progress with this at the same time together. We seem to live now more in a time that wants to reject history, that wants to sort of dwell in an any time or in anywhere, which, you know, maybe has its reasons. But anyway, there are still ways in which we do see the going through history, and maybe it's telling to see the sorts of items that those are, right? For example, computers, basically, consoles, mainly because consoles, people don't care so much about the internal schematics of a console rather than how it looks on the outside. You know?
Yeah.
You have the transition from CRT to plasma monitors. And then, of course, you have the ways in which, you know, video cassettes to DVDs to Blu-rays as well. I'm wondering if the fashion...
Yeah, I was going to say that, because that's not something I'm necessarily attuned to. There does seem to be a contrast in the fashion of this fellow here versus her, if only in the colors that he chooses.
What is this, Breaking Bad? Everything's purple. Purple and black.
But
oh, look, we got
a Game Boy Advance, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
So we should probably get going. But there's one thing I wanted to say that unfortunately we didn't get to, because I would have been interested to see your reaction to it. But one of the interesting things in this apartment that I thought was, you get your art certificate, your framed art certificate out, and I was frustrated because I'm like, well, where am I supposed to put this? And it turns out there's nowhere you can put it on the wall. You have to put it under the bed because there's no room on the wall.
That's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, and I just thought that was a very interesting detail because it really kind of shows this unfortunate reality that often happens in relationships where you kind of realize, one person kind of realizes that they are not as much of a partner with this other person as they thought they were. And I think you definitely, some people see that at the beginning of when you move in together, because that can, you know, cause a lot of stress and a lot of
right, yeah. Private property can be a site of conflict.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's another commentary on that. Like, you know, there's certainly a tension here where even the way that the shoes are laid out, there's not a space for your shoes. You have to move those over.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I just think it's a very interesting game.
It's subtle, it's chill,
yeah,
and it's reflective, which
Yeah.
is a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thumbs up for me.
It's a thumbs up for me too. All right, I don't know what we're playing next week. We got to figure it out.
Well, as long as we're not playing technical difficulties.
those sometimes are inherent, but we shall see. Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining us.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks again for the bits.
Yeah, thank you. All right, see you next week.